Hello, we're here on Ruby Shelf. This is a pretty new map. Killer Banana made it, and I believe he's playing this match too. Yeah, Team 2. 3K 4v4 Coliseum game. ANS versus OSP. Team 1, Jordan Zhu, Xenophon of Athens, Barrett, and Subtle Hubris versus Puppy from Hell, Das, Hell Cringe, who is Hunter, and Killer Banana. So, I'm still not sure how to feel about this map. It's an interesting map. The only game we played on it thus far was just a brutal bloodbath in the center. I mean, that's pretty standard fare for the Coliseum, especially when we're not super familiar with maps. It looks really open, but there are actually a bunch of little cover spots where you can hide sneaky close range vessels. So I think this has a lot of tactical depth to it, even though all the points are kind of clustered on top of each other. And dropping down here with the ANS team. Looks like we got some secondary battery Axford. Does this thing have any point defense on it? It's got two Mark 62s per side. Okay, no, I see. Two Mark 62s on one side, VLS1, and a defender on the other. And defender top and bottom. Who is this? Subtle Hubris. He's got strong side, weak side. Very interesting. Xenophon's got a cat fleet. One beam destroyer with jamming and locking and some point defense and some chaff. And the police cruisers, maybe? No, okay, so these two spy frigs. And then a small armada of Mark 61 and torpedo sprinters. Barrett has a 450. Okay. Fair about this last time. It's kind of a fleet anchor Axford 450 S2Hs, and I think spyglass, track correlated spyglass on this. No, it's a parallax. Two bullseyes on the shoulder mounts. Interesting. He's also got a small group of escort ships, sprinters, Mark 61, defender, and then nothing else. Jordan Zhu has another 450 Axford with a hang up on the nose, point defense all around, disco ball, one fighting voxel, pretty standard here. And then one jam sprinter. Okay. Quite a few Axfords on the ANS team, but that's to be expected these days. That seems to be the norm. Das on OSP, 450 Acello with Pavises and Auroras. It's also got, it's not doing the Omni soft kill thing, but it does have backpack S2s in chaff. Interesting. One EWR tug, one LRT tug, and then a, ooh. Alright, 4 rocket shuttles? No, 3 rocket shuttles and 2 T-20 shuttles. Hunter is, as expected, bringing triple bulkers, 2 250s, 1 plasma. And these have quite a bit of beef in them, considering he's got 3 of them. Killer Banana has 2 450 bulk freighters with MLS 2s on the back, with 69 S2s apiece. Okay. And then 2 lighthouse shuttles. All right, so I got a pretty good idea what the seekers on those missiles are. Puppy's bringing his Lyrebird rocket mine fleet. Or is this just rockets and mines? Hold on. Let it dunk to the Lyrebirds. Yeah. So 1 rocket launcher, 1 mine launcher, 1 chaff box per, and I believe the shuttles have 4 mines inside of them. Alright, let's zoom out here and get a look at the map. ANS OSP meeting in the center, closer to ANS side than OSP due to the speed of the shuttles. OSP's got their natural, ANS has their natural. Well, OSP doesn't quite have their natural. And then the further away points, Echo, Alpha, and Bravo being fought over right now. Alpha's being... Yeah, I think the sprinter might actually be able to run onto this and get it more or less unchallenged. I don't have a good... Alright, these are close. I don't have a good feel for the ranges on this map just yet. Right on Bravo. Or about to be anyways. I think the sprinter is just going to die to rockets. It's got a defender, which is out of arc. Xenophon's quick. Which might be able to turn that the right way. Ooh, it's turning the wrong way. Yeah, rockets coming in. AMM's going after the rockets, though. Not gonna be enough. It's gonna get out of the way of some of them, but nope, it's dead. OSP gonna be able to capture Bravo. Ooh, fight on Echo ended with a dead sprinter as well. Means OSP gonna be able to capture that as well. What if I just say as well like 4 times in a row? Wouldn't that be interesting and fun? I think they're gonna get Alpha too. Having a bit of a fight over it with this sprinter that is taking cover behind a rock while inside a point, but gonk, it gets rocket shuttled. These rocket shuttles performing really well. OSP very close to taking a large advantage. ANS kind of trapped on their own point. They got all these Axfords around Delta, but they're not really doing anything with them. They could make a big push with these, or they could cover the map with them, spread them out, cover the map, but it seems like they're just... Yeah, they're all in this one spot. They're shelling. I mean, they did some damage to a Bulker. Really, all they have good eyes on right now are the shuttles. That is not enough. Especially for those Axfords. The 450 doesn't do that well against Axfords. Man, this map really kills my frame rate.
You must have a really poor track on that Acello. They're all overshooting.
Let's take a look. Yeah.
And sick dodges from that double whiplash raider. Absolute dodging shoes.
Yeah, I don't think the ANS team has very good radar coverage. Well, they definitely don't have very good radar coverage. They're in a tactical clump over by Delta. And Xenophon's the only person that's really on the map. And Xenophon's, you know, getting horribly punished for that. The teammates just kind of camping out. Just unfortunate. Bye bye DD. No beams. Half the cat fleet knocked out. OSP has a 4-1 lead. And the Axfords are just kind of hanging over here. It might be too early to call it, but I don't really know how Anus comes back from this. Not with the current strategic positioning they have and the quality of play that suggests. This team is just not on it. The Axfords could push, and really they could push and cap any point. But I don't think they're going to do that.
What radar coverage does ANS have?
Not a lot. Look at the OSP team, almost nothing is detected. Just 2 bulk freighters and 1 locked shuttle. The 2 bulk freighters that are detected, there's nothing ANS can do about it. They don't have anything they can shoot in that direction. They are blind and they are bald. It's a very, very bad place to be in. You really gotta be spreading ships out. Yeah. Alright, looks like the Voxel, a couple sprinters are pushing onto the Alpha point. Of course, if they do that, they're probably going to eat some auger mines and some rockets, and the bulk freighters could easily pop up and start blasting fools. In fact, it looks like one of Hunter's bulk freighters is coming up to do just that.
I don't know if ANS's Axers even have enough point defense to stop some of these punchy traps that they're inevitably going to have to walk into.
Well, augers in particular are really difficult to stop with PD. You kind of have to kill them at medium range before they trigger.
Do they even have any RPF besides the Lakers?
Alright, let's watch the Halifax die slowly to 250. It's gonna get to the point and only to realize that, oh no, I guess the shuttles are out of the point. So it will technically be able to cap. Comes the other bulk freighter. It looks like its guns are in arc though, so this is gonna dip behind the point. Start the cap. And I mean OSP can just lose it and it doesn't matter. But Puppy can contest if he wants. They're up by 140 points. And 3 caps. That's a pretty colossal advantage. They also have the military advantage, or the scout ship advantage, I should say.
We're contesting Zone Atlas.
Yeah, there we go. Some missiles going after the sprinter and slamming into their ruby shelf here. In fact, they're detecting the sprinter through the shelf. I guess the main section is the shelf. This is just a rock on top of the shelf. Bit of a bug there. And both freighters have the angle on the sprinter. Looks like they NUC'd it. They're probably gonna kill it here in a second. There it goes. Must be gonna be able to easily secure the alpha point. And yeah, ANS backing off. Looks like Sully Hubris is trying to get something done on Charlie. But a well-armed militia is doing something about that. No, maybe not. 250 HE into the nose. That's not gonna cut it. Or is this 450? It's 450. Yeah, still not gonna cut it. Only really did damage to what I assume is a berthing.
And it also doesn't have any ships to really support the caps.
It's 2 strike going out. Oh, looks like it's going for a dead sprinter. Omp omp. I want to watch a balls device enabled ship fly into the alpha point and activate their ball and just kill the sprinters. Directional jamming won't cut through rocks, but I'm pretty fucking sure that interrupts will.
The enemy is securing Zone Cmon.
And here comes the Charlie cap attempt, but it's a single sprinter versus the entire combined force of the OSP combat element. So I don't think that cap's gonna get off. I don't know, maybe it will. OSP struggling to get a good angle. Ooh, bit of a whiff there from the rockets. I think the sprinter's gonna fly out the point. Yeah, he has flown out the point. Might have been able to stick it. Definitely can't now that he's been heavily wounded. Yeah, last time we played this map, ANS fucking crushed it with beam destroyers. And that's exactly what they had to do, and that's exactly how they won. OSP went on a huge Narnia flank and just ran out of time before they could win the game. Now we've got 450s being fired at sprinters. We all know how that goes. It's actually going kind of well since they were beat up beforehand. I think some of these are 120s actually. Yeah, that's right. Each of these Axfords has 4 barrels of 120. That's gonna wither the sprinter, and then the 450 will clean up. Looks like the Voxel trying to fight Nacello bow on. It's not gonna go well. There's not really anything A&S can do. This is why Death Ball, not a good idea. Unless executed in a very specific manner. Just hanging out on a point ain't gonna cut it. You do have to be decisive. Yeah. That's a better way to phrase that. They did a really good job of controlling Delta. Absolutely nothing could push it, but that didn't matter. In fact, that's what we saw in the Knicks game earlier. That didn't get recorded, but ANS sent about 10,000 points of ship on this wide flank around Delta and didn't really do anything with it. It was a colossal waste of time and energy. I don't really know why
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
things like that keep happening.
My guess would be desperation.
No, but it's like you're starting in there. Because that's where ANS started on that Knicks game, and that's where ANS started here. They're just all parked in this one spot, and we're like, alright, we got them, boys. It's the cap player's job to cap all the points. We got big guns, we'll hang out here. What are y'all doing? Alright, we got illuminators out. I really want to see some missile dumps. Strike these Axfords in their Mark 62 side. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Illuminators being fired. MLS2s are not. Very sad.
The enemy secured zone eclipse.
Rocket strike out on the Voxel. 2 defenders while fleeing. Yeah, 1 defender per RL-18. I don't think anything's gonna be getting through that. Oh, here's a couple. It's 2 lands right amidships. Not a big deal. Only pushing Axford's eating a ton of plasma on its nose. It's not really going to be practical for it to battle tank anymore. Oh, that looks really pretty against the Ruby Rock. Although I think that blast was coming through it. I guess you can make an argument the gems are translucent to a degree. We'll allow it. No one will be executed for this. One of the bulk freighters getting messed up by the photons torpedoes out of the Prince of Wales. It might be able to just dip to cover before the 450 can finish it off, though. Oh man, maybe not. 450 AG coming in from 2 Axfords, 3 Axfords. Doing good work. Yeah, it's gonna get to cover. It's gonna have to eat all of its restores if this thing can get fighting fit again.
The enemy secured zone atlas.
ANS managed to get the alpha point with the Axford. So it looks like the other 2 Axfords managed to make some space and draw attention long enough for this Axford to cap the point. That's good. It's not enough. They're still at a income deficit and at a severe points disadvantage. 422 points behind. Not good. And also 1 cap point behind. Yeah, like a hard push with the death ball into a weak flank. That can be really strong. But the indecisiveness of just camping out in your own spawn is what the problem was here for ANS, because they have control. Well, they had control of an entire hemisphere of the map. No, maybe not. I've been losing a lot of ships trying to get this. There's no way they get 4 points before this game ends. Need a bulk fighter. Let's see if bananas. Yeah, Sally restoring this. That'll take a while. But it's okay. That bulk fighter can afford to dip down and heal while the others cover. Yeah, those rocket shuttles went over and captured Delta, which is a big problem. Yeah, Voxel's turning around to deal with them, and it is going to deal with them. But that's still a big issue.
The enemy is securing zone.
And now they're going to lose Echo. Man, ANS cannot hold more than 1 or 2 points this game. And the 2 points has been, you know, the highlight so far. Good positioning on these mines, but I don't think it's actually going to come in since ANS can't be aggressive. They're just trying to recover what is basically their own or empty territory, and that's what they've been doing the whole game. Xenophon down to 1 spy frig and 1 nearly dead capping vessel. Defanged capping vessel. Most unfortunate. ANS, I think, is going to be able to get Charlie, but not for free. Rocket's coming, gonna do some damage to the sprinter. Not that much, though. This Axford's eating a ton of plasma on its port side. Oh my. And that damage is gonna last. Must be having Alpha again. No. Wait, what? Oh, I see, I see. By asking the deep questions.
The powers of lean alchemy.
The world may never know how many licks it takes to get to the center of an Axford. Here comes some SAH.
We'll probably figure it out.
Straight for the sprinter. Yeah, this chaff ain't gonna do it, Chief. I don't think so, anyways. Unclear, hard to tell. Oh, it's gonna help. Yeah, there it goes. On micro, it's semi-active. Shame. Ooh, 1 gets through and lands anyways. Line trap on Alpha. No, defenders.
Little usually pays his PD tax. He's very good about that.
Ah, yes. The PD tax of a whopping, what is this, 3 defenders? 4? There's 5 on this. No flak required. No Sarissa required. No AMNs. No Aurors. Just defenders. That's all you need.
The sanctified power of Defender.
Oh, one of the shuttles getting 450'd. I think to death. Yeah, there it goes. It's dead. What in the world is going on over here? Big missile strike. Fired at kind of an odd angle. Maybe trying to get around Chaff. What are these being aimed at? I guess we can just see. Oh, they're HOJ. Got it. Question is, will the Sprinter jam flash? Yeah, it sure did. Might be too late though. Oh! Ugh. 2 lands. It's a big strike, but 2 lands. Knocked out the drive. That thing's not going anywhere ever again. I mean, that's worth it to save the Axford, although this Axford is pretty beat up. It's like Killer Banana taking some fire from one of the Axfords in the ENS spawn side of the map. In fact, has lost one of his bulk freighters. It's currently taking big damage on the other. Well, I did see a deflection just then, which is very silly. Oh, right, there are 120 in this volley. Still, though. And there we go. S2's beating defenders very easily. So silly. Ooh, mine trap. Bonk! Oh, the mines are missing? What? Oh, they probably got jammed by the exploding rocket ship. And that's probably going to be able to cap Bravo, even with one hell of a beat up Axford. Uh oh. Mine's triggering on the Axford heading for Echo. It's in big trouble if those land. I think that's on the... No, it's on the PD side. This thing's just so beat up. Oh! Bulk Fighter taking out a missile volley. Going nuclear. That's unfortunate timing. Rocket strike, point blank, into the Axford. Amidships. Oh, yeah. That kills. That'll kill a fish. Bye-bye. ANS is getting the 4 cap, but I think at this point they need a 5 cap. They're 428 points down. You don't really come back from these. Not without a severe upset. And I don't think ANS has the assets for that. What are these healthy ships doing? Hold on. Well, that's obviously not a healthy ship. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're just playing like, super careful around the edges of the map. Got it. Bonk. A lot of nukes this game. I think that's the 5th. Axford on Bravo, gonna be able to recover it to a degree. Unless it keeps getting missile striked. And it's good. ANS really needs that. They're also gonna need to keep Alpha. This Voxel's really gotta deal with those shuttles. Firing a tug instead, because presumably this tug has a chance of being armed. Unfortunately, it is a LRT tug. I was also going for Delta, and there's nothing there to cover it for ANS. Yeah, ANS didn't really have the defense in this game, even though they did spend 3/4 of their fleet on defense right at the start. They were defending when they needed to be offensive, and now they're being, now they're forced to be offensive when they really should be trying to be defensive and secure a win, but they're so far away from the end goal that they just have to capture everything and kill the OSP team. And that's not practical. Ah, Rostocello. Delicious. These things actually die really hard to RPF. Just so everybody... There's another reactor plume. Puppy putting fucking jury-rigged reactors in these? What's going on? These goddamn shuttles have been going nuts.
The enemy is
Reactor
securing zone
blooms.
boxer.
I think they've mostly died. What the fuck? I think they've mostly died to, gunfire, no less. So many ships just gone. Did Xenophon correctly count the shuttles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17! Almost. That's very impressive.
The enemy secured zone boxer.
Very impressive. There goes the voxel. Bye. Still the spy frig, a very healthy spy frig up here holding the point. OSV 70 points away from a victory. We don't really need to be here. Match ended a long time ago, but it's been interesting watching ANS attempt to pull something out. Big blast Plasma 100 gonna come in here and absolutely eradicate this Axford. I mean, just the Plasma's doing good work.
The enemy is securing
Herman's
zone
been taking
A.
up photography lately, and it's pretty cool. He has some really good screenshots. He occasionally posts them into Neb Gallery on the main server. They look really good. Oh, it absolutely has. And Axford's gonna slowly die. Well, quickly die. I've been repeating a lot of phrases this match. I try to keep the commentary fresh and interesting and papa snappy. But man, I have not been on it today.
The enemy
I hope you
secured
enjoyed
zone
anyways. GG! Cello holding on to the alpha point. Or trying to cap the alpha point, but Spy Freak holding it back. Oh, and I guess the Voxel's still technically alive too. And armed, I think? Yeah. And armed.
dagger. The enemy is securing zone comet.
2G's way up.
The enemy is securing zone Atlas.
Really glad my music player decided to random the same song twice in a row. It's really cool of it to do. Let's take a look at this breakdown. I don't know. I don't think we need to go through the breakdown. It was pretty well covered through the entirety of the match.
Oh, that was a bad game for me.
Man.
But that's alright.
The fact that the T-81 holds up with one of the C-56 liners is so cool.
Yeah, it did really well. It usually does.
I'll bet. Hold on. Just on these.
I discovered new tech while killing that sprinter at B at the beginning.
What?
I had launched my mines kind of in a panic, and then noticed, oh, it's just going to shoot the mines with the defender.
Oh, it
so I might as, well,
prioritizes those over rockets.
might as well launch my rockets.
Well, it
Prioritizes
doesn't prioritize them, but it
whatever.
does distract them. Like it gives them a little bit of time to switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes with how the PDC updates, you can convince it to fire at things that are fired first over things that are real threats.
Well,
Mm.
mines are also like size
Size
3,
4.
I think.
They're size 4 threats. Yeah.
So they get a big priority boost because of that.
I'll have to try that because just for the aesthetic, I would really like to make single rocket shuttles with one RL-18 work.
Well, you could also bring a Lyrebird.
Yeah, well, but if you bring the Lyrebird, it doesn't work with one RL-18. Like it, well, okay, it doesn't work. When I tried it, I couldn't get it. Maybe it's stupid, but I had the defender would track like 10 meters away from the hole and just ping them. If you have two shuttles, though, it's free.
You remember back when the PDC was such jank that it would be targeting fucking mines across the map that it couldn't even see
Through rocks.
through rocks?
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. That's the end of that game. It's been kind of a silly day out here. It's pretty low energy for all of us. We've been doing a lot of dicking around. I think people are just tired today. I've had a bunch of life stuff happening, and it seems like that's been going around in the end of the first week of March. First full week of March, I should say. I hope you enjoyed that anyways. It's going up because I think there are important lessons in there about how not to play ANS. Grouping ships up is powerful, but you have to be active and on the map doing things with them. You cannot sit back unless you already have a point advantage. I hope that helps someone out there. I wish you well, dear viewer. Good night.